Hello. Recently I have a lot of message in my Instagram and YouTube about details how I swapped wheel bolts from 4 to 5. So I wanted to make one video where I'm explaining everything what I have to need and what I did to make it possible. Tagad latviski pastāstīšu to, ko es pateicu, ņemot vērā, ka man ļoti daudz ārzemnieki Instagramā raksta, kā es taisīju šo swapu no 4 skrūvēm uz 5 skrūvēm. Es izdomāju, ka es uztaisīšu vienu video angliski, kur es to visu paskaidroju. Tāpēc šis video būs angliski. Tā kā tagad pārējām uz angļu valodu. So now I explained in Latvian what I'm doing, because they're probably thinking why I'm speaking in Latvian YouTube profile in English. So what we have here? We have here AUDI A80 B4 1.9 turbo diesel with 5 studs, 5x112, if I say it right. So let's start from the rear side, what I have to need, what I did. So now I have these 5 bolts, studs, and there is 2 options. One of the options is when you have not disc brakes, but you have a drum brakes. When I bought this car, I had drum brakes, and at the start I swapped from drum brakes to disc brakes, and then from disc brakes to 5 stud brakes, 5 studs. And yes. So the first, and this is hardest part if you have a drum brakes, because you have to swap in start to disc brakes, and there you have to change more parts, because first of all handbrake cable isn't the same, you have to put new cable, longer cable. Secondly, you have to manage somehow to do the brake, hydraulic brake cable also, because it doesn't fit from drum brakes to caliper brakes. You have to change the last part what is coming this cable. Yeah. So, and if you have already disc brakes, it's easier, because what you have to do, you first of all, I won't take off the rims because I don't want to do that. Easy, you have to change your discs, and you have to take out the wheel hub where the bolts are going in. So you change it, and then you have to just buy a new brake disc from AUDI A4 B5 rear disc brakes. Why rear disc brakes? Because in these models the disc brakes are the wheel hub, like 2 in 1. They are working like a discs, braking the discs and the wheel hub. So you have to buy only that, and with, of course, with every bearings and everything else, and just a plug and play, just on your how do you call it, wheel stud nut, stud axle, probably stud axle. You just put on that your B5 disc brakes, and you have a kit for 5 studs. Very simple. If you have drum brakes, then you have also needs to change stud axle, because it's slightly differently comparing drum brakes and disc brakes. So it's if I did it, it's completely easy, and if you have a disc brakes, it's completely you can do it in a couple hours. So the front side is a little bit differently, because here I have 2-cylinder caliper, or G60, or how I forget how it's calling, Girling 60, yes. I can say if you need to have that caliper, but probably it will work with standard calipers with a one pot. But what you have to do, you have to take out your wheel hub. Yeah, you have to take it out, and you have to buy new or used from AUDI A4 B5 Quattro rear wheel hub, and that wheel hub you put in the front side. That's it. In my case, I was taking off also the wheel hub housing, because I didn't have any tools in my garage to press in the new bearings and press in the new wheel hub. I'm hoping I'm saying everything right. So, and you just plug and play again, and you have 5 studs. There is one thing, because the B5 rear wheel hub is a little bit shorter, tiny bit, not this one but slightly. There is an option what somebody is doing, that when you buy the new bearing kit, with the bearing kit comes that kind of O-ring, metallic O-ring. I don't know how it calls, but I will put in the video the picture of it, and you put it in the in this wheel hub. Yes, I hope I'm gonna put the pictures about what I'm talking, and in there, and then you press in this wheel hub. In the wheel housing, you put it in, and then you press in the wheel hub. Why somebody is doing that? Because if this wheel hub is a little bit shorter, then your front tire is gonna be a little bit go inside the arch. So that's the reason why somebody this O-ring is like not even the centimeter, it's less, like a half centimeter thick O-ring, but it's still some kind of leverage to get a wheel a little bit outside the arch. And that's probably all. Yes, what you are doing with the disc brakes, because if you are putting the 5 studs, you have to take a new disc brakes. Brake discs, sorry. I'm not talking daily in the English, so it's a little bit harder to me say this all the things. What I did, there is two options. First of all, you can buy from AUDI S2 brake disc and put it in, and everything gonna work fine. Because from my side I was changing the calipers from one pot to gas 60 brakes, and also I put the new brake discs and everything. I didn't want to throw it out the completely brand new brake discs, so I drilled a new hole in the brake discs. So I have the drilled hole, and that's all. So you have two options: drill the 5th hole, or buy the S2 front brake discs. And that's actually all what I did. I'm trying to remember something. So second thing where you can have problems, because there is the different size of axles and the wheel housing. How I understand, because there is a smaller size and bigger size. Smaller size you have for small engines like 1.90 DI, 1.8 or 2.0 or whatever engines, and for the V6, what is 2.6, 2.8, you probably have the large large size axle and also wheel housing. In that case, I don't know how it works with the rear side axle. With the Audi B5 rear side this wheel hub, because there is slightly different in the diameter of the housing, and I don't know how well it's gonna go in, and the axle also how gonna it attach to it. But you can try. These parts aren't so expensive. I bought the OM used rear side wheel hub. It's like 20 euros for both. I found it. Somebody sells like 60 euros, somebody sells it's more. You can buy a brand new from the Audi, or you can buy it from the aftermarket, some kind of brand, but I don't know how good is the from aftermarket. So that's all for the swap from 4 studs to 5 studs. These are AUDI wheels, 18-inch, fit very nicely on my Audi. So I hope I answered to all most common asked questions. Probably what else, if there's some kind of troubleshooting or troubles. One problem I had with these axles, and because when I'm gonna try to find the right word, when you are bolting up the axle with this large nut, what goes straight in here, yeah. When you really hard, really good wrench it up, I don't know. When you bolt it up very hard, it's like supposed to be, then the axle isn't turning, because axle is pushing through the wheel housing with this housing, with the wheel hub housing. Oh fuck it. So that was my issue, and I don't know why it was like that, because maybe somebody in previously owner, he's changed my axle from the small size to bigger one, or I don't know what, because previously with the 5 stud mode I didn't have such a problem. I worked the round away. I find a way around it, and no, I don't have a problem such a, but still I had this issue. I figured it out. So you can see my previous video with this swap. It's completely in Latvian, but if you have some questions, please, you can write me in Instagram. I will try to help. There is the good site 7zap Audi. Google it, and there is a catalog of parts, and you can compare from one Audi from other Audi which parts are the real one and everything. And when I was doing this swap, I was a lot of comparing these parts with the Audi A4 to find the right things and everything else. So you can do the same, and hopefully everything gonna work well. It's not so hard actually. So this was maybe the last video in English in this channel, so see you later. Bye bye.